up, guys? It's ACWAN here. Today's episode is Jujutsu Kaisen, and as usual, you have your hosts A,
What
Blitz,
up?
and Mist. So, how are you guys doing today, guys? How are y'all doing?
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie, feeling pretty excited, for the energy of JJK. You know how it goes. How you doing, Blitz?
Anything that involves Jujutsu Kaisen is hype, whether it be discussion, manga, anime, whatever it is, bro. News, anything concerning or relating to Jujutsu Kaisen is hype. So yeah, I'm hyped for
Yes,
this
sir.
one, gents. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed,
Oh
sir.
yes, I'm loving the energy. You know how you do it, yes, sir. Come on, come on.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Blitz, I'm sure everyone's read the title of this video already. I mean, why you should watch Jujutsu Kaisen, but can you just tell us a bit of why we should watch Jujutsu Kaisen?
Um, no problem at all. People should just bear in mind that at this current point in time, we are anime fans of the show. We're anime onlys, and we haven't transitioned to the manga as yet, right? So, hopefully, I don't know about everybody else, but I know personally that I am going to be hopping onto the manga once the anime is done. I don't know about you guys though.
Oh, most definitely,
Yeah,
most
bro,
definitely, most definitely.
definitely. Just gonna keep in touch and whatnot. Keep up to date with the stuff.
No, for sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Y-
So we said I should summarize it, or let's summarize it, right?
Yes, 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 yes. Actually, I have a few points here, and one of my points is the plot. Can you just summarize the plot for us there?
I can take it if A doesn't mind.
Oh, most
So
definitely. It's all good. It's all good.
yeah, yeah, summarizing it. We follow the story of Itadori Yuji, a kid who obviously lived with his grandfather, but unfortunately, obviously his grandfather passes on. Sorry for spoilers for those who haven't watched it, but it's part of the story. So yeah, we follow his story. He's just a kid, obviously gifted in terms of physique and everything. Like we know that he's super fast. Like he's not like normal people. You feel me? And yeah, he encounters a cursed object, a special grade cursed object, right, known as a finger of Sukuna, right? And the story behind it is that 1 in a million can actually be a host, right? Once they consume these fingers, right? So Sukuna, obviously being the greatest curse or king of all curses, as it's said in the show, right? Yeah, he's been split up, whatever the case is. So yeah, they are trying to absolutely get rid of all traces of Sukuna. So yeah, Itadori, obviously, he's the MC. He eats one of these fingers and he becomes the host of Sukuna, right? And from then onwards, it's just following his story um, with regards to all that stuff. Him finding the fingers of Sukuna. But the twist is, they made a deal. Well, his sensei made a deal with the higher ups that once he has collected and consumed all 20 fingers of Sukuna, that he will be killed. So we're following that story, currently seeing how it plays out and everything. So yeah, I don't know if I did well on that one, gents. Yeah, maybe we can start other stuff. I don't know if I really did summarize that well.
Yeah, that was pretty accurate. That was pretty
Yeah,
precise, actually.
yeah, that
It
was
was
really
very
good. Those
good.
are like on point, on point.
Yeah.
So for today's episode, like I mentioned earlier, Jujutsu Kaisen. So I have some points down here next to me, and basically everyone has points actually. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna be throwing points around, and we're gonna be discussing it for like around as long as we do it, basically. So that was the first point, basically, which was the plot summary, which splits did well. And then on my, do you guys have anything? Do you wanna like add what you have, like the points that you'll have before we continue?
Yeah, we're here to let people know more about the show, right? So I've got a point down here, and it's actually sort of a question to you guys. Um, yeah, it's what makes it great? What makes Jujutsu Kaisen great? What separates it from the other, you know, mainstream shonen stories? What is it about Jujutsu Kaisen that is so great that gives it all this hype that it's currently got right now? So it's a question that I have for you guys, and I'll answer it on my side once you're all done.
Uh,
So, to be quite frank with you, uh, you know, for as much as we've known shonen, it does have the basic premise of a shonen. Um, shonen story. Just like our protagonist, Yuji, simple dude, kind-hearted, and all those things. But all in all, this isn't like any other shonen story. In fact, it's actually deeper and more amazing. And yeah, man, it just dives into what humanity truly is. When your hero is put in a situation where it's either they're gonna be a good person, or yeah, it's just yeah, man. It's usually about character and things of that sort. So yeah, man. Uh, yeah, I think that's just it from my side.
Yeah, from my side, really speaking, I think it's a really good show because like each episode that they produce is just absolute heat, bro. Like it's just flipping amazing. You get hooked like after episode one. It's really good. The story, Itadori, his grandpa be like, bro, not bro. He's like, grandson, you know what? You're strong, so protect others. And he's like, okay, that's cool, grandpa. And obviously the grandpa dies, which is sad. But yeah, it's absolute heat, bro. It's something else. It's
Yeah,
yeah, it's even like the whole grandpa dying. It's like it's significant. Like
yeah,
everything that's happening in the show is significant. I wonder if I pronounced that right. Significant, and like the story, yeah, like A just mentioned, it's deep. It obviously has twists here and there because from what we've seen so far, there's been a lot of twists, and you just like question a lot of reality. It's like, oh my gosh, people are actually like this in real life. Like, bro, how could you do that? How could you stand that? Don't you have morals? Don't you have rules and stuff like that?
exactly.
E- Exactly. And it's not just this guy training to be the best. He's like, no, bro, I'm gonna protect. And why is he protecting? Because his grandpa said that. But I'm sure 100% that there's a deeper meaning to that. Even though his grandpa said, I mean, if my grandpa told me go protect people, I would, obviously, I would. But like they
It
had
even
exactly, but I'm sure there's a deeper meaning to this because why all of a sudden why must he protect others? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just basically it on my side.
I
Blitz.
mean, also, also, sorry to actually interject. Also, I like how they actually end up making the hero, or our protagonist, you know, face these moral conflicts and situations and inner conflicts that he faces. Man, it's not like any other protagonist that just simply does the right thing all the time, and yeah, man, it's really good to see those type of things. But yeah, man, let's
Guys, on my side, what makes Jujutsu Kaisen great is that it does the typical things differently. We've all experienced and watched and read different shonen stories, but it does the typical things differently. Like your MC, brave, heroic, selfless, and failing to control their inner demons and everything of that sort. Whereas Jujutsu Kaisen, they do it differently and they do it in an intriguing way, you know. Um, Besides obviously the animation being fire, as Mist was saying, but like yeah, Yuji contrasts all that stuff, and he's lovable at the same time, bro. That's what I really, like found about this show. What really makes it great is that the fact that it does typical things differently. Um, to actually touch on that thing that Mist was talking about, like how his grandfather's lost words are the things that drive Yuji. um, it's really, really deep on that sense as well. Like it plays back in his head every single time. His grandfather's last words of him saying, help others because, you're strong, whatever the case is. So help others. That's why, sort of character development comes in for Yuji as well, because we see that he is a person who will do absolutely anything, man, to protect other people because of his grandfather's very last words. I mean, we saw a bit of regression in episode 5. I don't know if you guys remember when they were fighting the special grade. Um, but then again, as I said, Jujutsu Kaisen does things differently, in that sense. Like, yeah, they do things differently in that sense that he had a bit of regression, but then at the same time, he realized he's like, yo, bro, it's chai, bro. Like it's jumped. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, I gotta help these people. You know what I mean? Like when they were facing that special grade, as I was saying, when he had a moment of, saying, "Yo, bro, I want to leave this place. I don't want to fight this thing anymore. I'm weak. I'm not as strong as I thought that I was, and not as strong as my grandfather thought that I am." You know, but as I said, at the end of the day, he ends up realizing that, yo, bro, um, if there's anyone that's gonna save these people or help these people, rather, it's me. So I have to do it. And as I said, Yuji contrasts all of that stuff, like failing to control the inner demon. We've seen it time and time and again. Naruto, Nine Tails. Naruto fails to control the Nine Tails. Asta and his demon. Asta, some he fights with his inner demon. Bleach and Ichigo and the Hollow. He fails to control that Hollow side of him. But whereas Jujutsu Kaisen, it's totally different. It's a case where bro, Yuji actually knows how to suppress Sukuna, especially within the beginning episode. But obviously, the twist is he can suppress Sukuna right now, but the more of Sukuna's fingers that this kid eats, you know, he obviously loses that grip. As we saw after he ate, I think it was the third finger, no, it was the second finger, when in episode 5, gents, remember? After he ate that finger and Sukuna
Yes,
stood
sir.
there calling out and he's like, "Yo, bro, you can come out now, I'm done."
Yeah,
And Yuji didn't answer. So it's that sort of thing that they do differently. And I like that side really because it shows that he's not like a person who struggles with internal stuff. It's his body, he's got control of it, you know, unless you keep shoving more fingers down his throat. But yeah, I've gone on for a bit too long, gents. Yeah, that's just one of the things that I saw that makes Jujutsu Kaisen great. That they do typical things, they do the cliches, differently. Even Yuji dying in episode 5, we all know that he was like knew that he was gonna come back, but then the way in which they did it was just it was totally different. It was refreshing.
that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, there was like solid interpretation, which is really good. And I know you touched on like self-reflection there when he realized that he wasn't strong enough. I'm a huge fan of like self-reflection, if I must be honest. Like the whole realizing your strengths and weakness type of thing. I actually loved seeing that in the show. That whole moment. He's like living. He's like You mentioned there was he when Sukuna was like he's done and you didn't come out, and that's when Sukino like went rampaging. He did the things to Megumi. What was happening there, catching hands, pa 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 pa. And then like he dies, of course, and he comes back, and then he trains. I think for me, when it comes to anime, like training is a huge part of this. A huge part of this character development that's going on in anime, because the training can either break you or either make you a better person. A better character, a stronger character, someone that you can, someone that all the other characters can rely on. Because I'm sure the other shows that where you have MCs flipping training, bro, they train and they come back and they still suck. I just for me it's like what the flip. But yeah, anyways,
Which show is that, bro?
let me not touch that. Hey yo, hey, you got anything for us?
Oh no, no, actually, I'm pretty chill on this side. And this is the nice thing also about Jujutsu Kaisen. Spoiler alert. I think we should disclose the whole spoiler part from the beginning. But yeah, it's not only with our main character. In fact, also the side characters have a lot of issues on the side. For example, our guy Nanami. um, he was really. I'm not gonna lie. I think the creator of Jujutsu Kaisen really went in depth and divulged into the whole situation of what a person is and what humanity is. It actually gives you an eye opener of um how far can you push a human being to actually go beyond their own limits, crossing their own moral paths and things of that sort. And we actually see that throughout everyone. In fact, I mean, especially with Yuji when he had to actually kill a human being, and it's really amazing how the creator actually does this, not only for our main characters, as I've said before, but for everyone. Um, even Gojo, as much as you might think that he's a kid and all that. But yeah, man, there's definitely a side to Gojo that we still have to see. And yeah, man, yeah,
Yeah, you're absolutely correct in that sense. Like um, seeing Yuji, we actually didn't see him, but like hearing and actually knowing that he had to kill a person, that was really deep. It was really, really deep. Knowing the type of person that he is, knowing what your typical MC protagonist, like does. It's just, bro, like he had to kill a person, and that's something that obviously I, you guys know me. I like, you know, straight to the point stuff, gory stuff, rated 18, bro. You know what I mean? Like I don't want you hiding no, nothing from it. But a person like Yuji, you just can't help but like feel for them. You're like, yo, bro, like please, bro, do not kill, man. As Mist was saying when the episode dropped, he's like, bro, I was there praying that this dude doesn't kill a person, but it had to happen because it's the reality in which he lives in. That's another thing that I picked up, in preparation for this as well, is that there's an underlying theme of death, in Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but Yuji talks about death a lot, you know, from having a proper death to him being afraid of dying and all sorts of things. But that's like a topic for another day. Probably can have a video on that later on. But like, yeah, death is really a big thing. And I just wanted you guys to actually like know this and other people to actually realize it, that it's actually a big theme in Jujutsu Kaisen that people have actually been sleeping on. So yeah, gents, do you guys have any other points or questions based around this thing?
Yeah, I actually did have one, but you guys already covered it. It was character development. Which you guys mentioned development of Yuji, of course, and then but like there's other people in the show. Would you say that there are other characters in the show that actually undergo character development from what you've seen so far?
We've seen so far. Well, I hope you always don't mind me answering first. But other characters with character development in the show. I mean, A covered it when he said Nanami. That's one guy. We haven't really seen the other characters yet because right now we were in an arc, right, where it just dealt with Yuji and his training and everything. But now we're transitioning out of that. So we're going to see the other characters that we were introduced to before this arc. Your Makis, your Mais, your obviously Fushiguros and Kugisakis and all those people. So hopefully we get to see character development with regards to those people. I really am excited because somebody over here read ahead to the tournament arc. Hmm. So he probably knows what's gonna go down. Right. He knows himself. He
I,
definitely knows
I don't
himself.
know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what
Huh?
you're talking
You
about,
don't know what
man.
I'm talking about, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, man, you should be hella excited for that arc. There's a whole lot of action that will be unpacked, and to be quite frank with you, man, Jujutsu Kaisen is definitely the show to watch this season. Especially with, oh, dude, guys, what I want to say is that also Toto. Oh, yeah, my favorite man, main man. So yeah, man. Also, people, please, if anyone is listening right now, please actually watch the show. If you're not watching it already, I promise you, you'll not regret it at all. But yeah, man. Mist, do you have anything to add? Blitz, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I want to say like regards to that character development. Well, from what I've seen, it wasn't much really, but it was something. Mahiso. I'm pronouncing it right. Blitz Mahiso, right? So yeah, like regards to Mahito, he's grown from this like childish state to the state where he's trying to understand his power and he understands it better now. So like yeah, I just wanted to mention that even though it's like a small type of growth, but it is growth. I guess with his like character and stuff like, and we've gotten to see what really like what really happens in his mind. If you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah,
With regards to Mahito, I don't really like. I'll be honest. I don't like that dude, man. I don't like Mahito. Um, man, especially after they revealed, his cursed powers, bro, and what he does to people. Like he was just like, nah, bruh. Like this dude, bruh. I don't, yeah, I don't mess with him at all. But yeah, with regards to as you're saying, like we haven't seen much character development yet for other characters. We've just seen for Yuji so far. We've seen for Nanami so far. Um, Gojo, yeah, we all know Gojo's the goat, man. But Gojo. But
He
yeah,
just
bro.
he just did that.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, James. Um, as A was saying, please do give this show a chance, man. It's been doing all sorts of numbers, man. It was number 5 last year in the top 5 selling, top 10 selling manga in the world. I think with 6.8 million sales, I believe. And then the anime is just going crazy. It's trending weekly on Twitter, so you cannot miss out on this Jujutsu Kaisen greatness, man. Do give it a try, man. Honestly.
Would you actually consider it as one of the big three, actually? Because the new big three, especially with, Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I wouldn't consider like on my side, honestly, I wouldn't necessarily consider the big three, but I would consider it one of the best animes out right now. You know, bro. In terms like I feel it has potential to be the big three if it's not already like in other people's eyes. But for me, it's not necessarily big three. My Hero Academia is My Hero Academia, Black Clover, and Demon Slayer, right? Is that it?
Yeah, but Black Clover is another story for another day.
It's another story for
Not
another
right
day.
Black
now.
Clover, baby. Let's get
Okay.
it. Let's get it,
Yeah.
man. I'm telling you,
Okay.
that's true.
But like
Hype,
it
hype, hype.
exactly, it does have potential to be big three if it's not already, in my opinion. Because I know it's amazing, bro. It's it was doing numbers like Blitz mentioned earlier. It was doing numbers throughout the whole year. Last year, flipping almost
Yeah.
said yesterday. Yeah, the last year it was doing numbers. People have been watching it, and then all of a sudden something happened on that Sunday, and it declined.
Of course, I mean, one of the big boys is back,
Came back with the
Came
bag.
came,
But
came
yeah,
back like a hurricane, bro.
but yeah, in my opinion, I think it's top tier. It's definitely top tier. Maybe not big three, but top tier.
Yeah, same on my side. Like, this entire big three talk that's kind of going on, man. It's difficult. It really, really is difficult to say these are your new leaders of shonen. You know, um, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece have passed the baton on to so and so. It is just really difficult for me to say that um, the new big three who they are, especially if you read the MHA manga. Where we are right now, man. Yeah, no spoilers and anything, but like, yeah, man. The big three is something that's gonna be going on for quite some time. That's always interesting, got interesting stuff going on, like One Piece. And Jujutsu Kaisen is going to end at some point, just like every other story, but like I don't see Jujutsu Kaisen like really going, on for a very, very long time. Given how we've seen so far in the anime, how these fingers of Sukuna are within close proximity of these people, so yeah, it is definitely top tier. Top three though, like the big three, as you said, like yeah, man. As personally for me, it's just difficult to really call and say these are your new leaders of shonen.
Yeah, man. But that's actually a good discussion. In fact, I did think I was thinking that we should actually have that as a topic. Um, yeah, the big three, the new big three versus the old big three, because all in all, man, shonen of today, if it wasn't for the predecessors, our predecessors, which are One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. I don't think most of these shows would be as good as they are right now, especially with Demon Slayer, man. Wow, Demon Slayer is just oh wow, it's definitely one of the good ones. And yeah, man, it's just really odd to find a story like Jujutsu Kaisen these days, you know. And yeah, it's pretty amazing that there's actually a story like this in
Yeah,
an era.
For sure, for
100%, dude.
sure.
This is an amazing show, guys, and to all those that are listening, definitely go check it out because it's amazing. It's like anime done differently, you know. It's really amazing. So, do you guys have anything that you'd like to add before we, you know,
Cap it off.
it's okay.
Yeah, I would.
Um, yeah, man. Just really, as you said, um, do really hop on the train if you are listening to this and you got this far. Do hop on the train for Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's just absolute greatness so far that we have seen. Um, yeah, you will not be disappointed. As they said, within the first 3 episodes, you will be hooked. You know, um, so yeah, really do not miss out on it at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, especially for those lazy ones, the ones that can't watch One Piece. Yeah, you can watch Jujutsu Kaisen. It's
Only
okay.
13 episodes. Only 13 episodes out so far for Jujustu Kaisen. But yeah, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Like, share, subscribe in whatever
Oh
order,
Yeah,
man,
and
in whatever order. And like,
do
oh
not be that weird person who isn't
definitely.
subscribed.
mm,
Turn that red button white and join the ACWAN fam.
oh, yes. And as usual,
Hey,
from my side, what you know about anime, boy.
yes, sir.
Thank you guys for listening, and thanks for your time. Aquan out.